more devotees are going to be also watching us on YouTube. We will send the link also, Prabhu, as soon as it's ready. Please send us the link so that we can share with the devotees. Thank you, Maharaj. Proceed. Thank you. Haribol.
Haribol. Time. It's 7, what is the time now?
7:25, Maharaj.
I should continue?
Yes, Maharaj.
Continue.
8:30.
Late,
8:30, 8:35, and then after that there might be a few questions.
Okay, all right. Okay. जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन बल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपी जन बल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना तीरा जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपी जन बल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यमुना तीरा वनचारी यमुना जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकचार्य स्तोत्र सचरी श्रृंखला भक्ति वेदांत गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकचार्य स्तोत्र सचरी श्रृंखला भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन बीबीटी फाउंडर चार्य हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासदि गौर भक्तविंद की जय। श्री श्री गौर राधा कृष्ण गो गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। श्री श्री वृंदावन मथुरा धाम की जय। श्री श्री नवदीप द्वारका धाम की जय। श्री धाम मायापुर धाम की। श्री श्री यमुना मई गंगामयी की जय। श्री श्री तुलसी देवी भक्ति देवी की। श्री श्री साम वेद भक्त वृंद की। श्री श्री युग धर्म हरिनाम संकीर्तन की। संकीर्तन यज्ञ की। Our loving spiritual master, His divine grace, most merciful savior of the whole world, by spreading holy name, Sanatan Dharma, all over the world, Patit Pavan Srila Prabhupada ki. Patit Pavan Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distribution ki. Patit Pavan Srila Prabhupada Transcendental Book Distributors ki. Srila Prabhupada ISKCON St. Louis ki. निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी निताय गौर प्रेमानंदी। All glories to humble devotees. All glories to humble devotees. All glories to Shri Guru and Gaurang. All glories to divine grace Srila Prabhupada. ओम अज्ञानातिमृन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयंरूपकदामायं ददाति स्वापदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवां च। श्री रूपम सागर जातम सागना रघुनाथम वितम तम सजीवम साद्वैतम सावधूतम परिजना साहितम कृष्ण चैतन्य देवम राधा कृष्णा पादान सागना ललिता श्री विशाखा वितम च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीन बंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत श्री राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी श्री राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। Now together everyone. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Ram. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishnapadaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharane, Nirvasesh Shunyavadi Paschata Desatane. Dear devotees, brothers and mothers, young and old, everybody is welcome here in St. Louis Temple, Shri Krishna Balaram Temple in St. Louis. Devotees, by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, my Gurudev, I have taken a topic today, fearless. Fearful, not fearless, fearful. In general, we are all fearful. Yes or no? And what is the big fear? The big fear is the fear of death. Nobody wants to die, but we are all going to die sooner or later. So, why this fear is there? Why we are fearful? Man, woman, young, old, rich, poor, everybody is fearful. And then, how we can become fearless? We will discuss this today. First of all, this fear is because we are identifying ourselves with this miserable material body. And spiritual life begins from here. I am not this body. Then who I am? I am soul. Soul minus body is a dead body. So I am soul, but right now I am out of ignorance. I am identifying myself with this body which I am not. This body is temporary and it's not going to live forever, for some time, maximum 100 years. So, why the mercy of great Vaishnavas like Srila Prabhupada and so many other Vaishnavas Prabhupada has given us, why their mercy, we can understand the things as they are. What to understand? One of our great Acharya, he was a great poet. His name was Srila Govindas Kaviraj. Kaviraj means he was the king of the poets. He was so wonderful poet. And he was not a mundane poet, he was a spiritual poet. He wrote so many beautiful spiritual songs. And the qualification of Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj was that he was pure devotee. What is pure devotee? We have to understand this. Pure devotee means no material desire. We are all filled with material desires. Me, you, he, she, all. We want this, we want that. But these material desires are the cause of my bondage in this material world. And Vaishnava like Srila Prabhupada and Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj, they are teaching us. Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj, he is addressing to his own mind. Devotee, in one song, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he is describing his life, my life, Amar Jivan. In this song, he's saying, I am this, I am that, I am cheat, I am lusty, I am greedy. There is no bad quality in this material world which he didn't mention to his life. But he was not like that. He was a great personality, great Vaishnava. So why this devotee say like this? In one lecture, Srila Prabhupada is explaining Thakur Bhaktivinoda. is describing the life of people in general and taking himself one of them. They don't think we are great. Anyone who is great is very humble. He is very, very humble. And this is the effect of Bhakti Maharani, devotion. Bhakti also has her Swarup, she is a Mataji. And anyone who is blessed by Bhakti Maharani, who is a devotee of Krishna, he is humble. And one who is busy in sense gratification, he is puffed up. So, in this song, Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj is giving very good lesson. He is actually addressing to himself, but we can take the advice of Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj. Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj, this is a very famous song in ISKCON. Bhajahu re mana Sri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanar Brindare Bhajahu Abhaya Charanar Brindare Abhaya Durlabh Manav Janam Sat Sange Durlabh Tarhaya Bhav Sindure Tarhaya Abhaya Charanar Brindare Bhajahu re mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanar Brindare Abhaya Charanar Brindare Abhaya शीत आतप बात बरीसन शीत ए दिन यामिनी जागिरे विफल से बिनु कृपन दुर्जन चपल सुख लाभ लागिरे अभय चरणार बृंदरे भजहु रे मन श्री नंद नंदन अभय चरणार बृंदरे अभय चरणार बृंद रे। ए धन यौवन पुत्र परिजन, इति के आचे पर तीरे, कमल दल जल जीवन कलमल, भजहु हरि पद नीति रे। अभय चरणार बृंद रे, अभय भजहु रे मन श्री नंद नंदन, अभय चरणार बृंद रे। भज अभय चरणार बृंद रे। श्रवण कीर्तन स्मरण बंदन, श्रवण पाद सेवन दास रे, पूजन सखी जन आत्मनिवेदन, गोविंद दास अभिलाष रे। अभय चरणार बृंद रे, अभय भजहु रे मन श्री नंद नंदन, अभय चरणार बृंद रे। अभय चरणार बृंद रे। जय नंद नंदन, जय नंद नंदन, जय नंद, जय नंद नंदन, जय नंद नंदन, जय यशोदानंदन, जय यशोदानंदन, जय सच्चिनंदन, जय सच्चिनंदन, जय देवकी नंदन, जय देवकी नंदन, जय नंद नंदन, जय नंद नंदन, निताय गौर हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि बोल, निताय जय जय प्रभुपाद। Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Prabhupada. नंद नंदन भगवान की, यशोदानंदन भगवान की, देवकी नंदन भगवान की, सच्चिनंदन भगवान की। Dear devotees, Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj, addressing to his own mind, he is saying, "O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the son of Nanda Maharaj. What will happen by worshipping the lotus feet of Nanda Maharaj? Which make one fearless." Devotees, there are two things, darkness and light. It is mentioned, Krishna Surya Sam, Maya hai andhakar. Jahan Krishna tahan nahi, Maya re adhikar. Lord Sri Krishna is just like powerful sun. Wherever there is a powerful sun, Krishna, andhakar, Maya. Maya means which is not. Maya cannot stay there. So, Maya means trouble, problems, difficulties, ignorance, darkness. So, advice of a pure devotee, he is addressing to his own mind, but we can take his advice. My dear mind, just worship the lotus feet of son of Nanda Maharaj, which make one fearless. You will be fearless. Right now, we are all fearful, and special fear, we are fear of death. We are fearful of death, and death can come at any moment. So, in my life, I have seen one fearless personality. Only one I have seen. You know who is he? Srila Prabhupada. This one happening took place in Kolkata. What was happening in those days? This Naxalite movement was going on in India. This Naxalite people, they were killing the rich people. And many happening took place. And people of Bengal were horrified by these Naxalite people, Naxal people. So, Srila Prabhupada had a Pandal program in Kolkata. And advertisement was there, but people were invited. And so they came to know, Naxal people came to know. And they wrote a letter to Srila Prabhupada, don't give this program, otherwise it won't be good. But Srila Prabhupada is not, he has no fear. And Srila Prabhupada went to their program, into program. And these Naxalites, they came with the guns in their hands, and they move around, and then they left. They couldn't do anything. They could have done but one thing, keep in mind, unless or until the permission is there, nobody can do any harm to anybody. I will tell you one happening in Chaitanya Leela. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he was, after discovering Vrindavan, this is Vrindavan, present Vrindavan, is a gift of Lord Gauranga, Lord Chaitanya to the whole world. Because he is the one who performs his wonderful pastime there in Vrindavan 5,000 years back. This incarnation of Lord Krishna as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is in the mood of Radharani. And what is Radharani's mood? Radharani's mood is to serve Krishna, to please Krishna. Devotees, this is also our business, Nobody can say that I am the master. A president of US cannot say I am the master of the country. I am the father of the nation. No, he is the servant of the nation. Yes or no?
Yes.
Nobody is father, nobody is president. We are all servant. If a head of the family says, I am husband of my wife, father of children, I am the master of my home. No. He is a servant of wife, servant of children, servant of home. Am I right or wrong? So only, we are serving A, serving B, B is serving C, C is serving A, but we are not satisfied. Service is our business. It's explained just like the characteristics of a chili is pungent. Chili is very pungent. And characteristics of sugar is sweetness. Characteristics of fire, heat and light. And characteristics of jiva, we all are jiva, soul, to serve. Right now we are serving each other, but we are not satisfied. Not satisfied. Prabhupada gives the example, a person has worked very hard, now he wants to retire, he wants to take sannyas, and wife won't let him take sannyas. He served the family whole life. No, I say, what you have done for the family? One sister is unmarried, one son is unmarried, how you can take sannyas? And yeah, all right, I won't take sannyas. I will follow what you say. So, service in this material world is not palatable. But if you serve Krishna, the spiritual life is so wonderful. In spiritual life, servant of Krishna, like Jasoda and Ananda Maharaj, they have become father and mother of Krishna. They are devotee of Krishna. They are the incarnation of Drona and Dhara. They performed great austerity. And when Lord appeared before them, he said, what do you people want? He said, we want to see your childhood pastime. Lord said, in Dwapar Yuga, a yuga before this age, I will appear in Vrindavan, in Mathura, and then you will see my pastime there. So, Krishna has no father and mother. He is the father of everyone. There is saying, Tumeva mata cha pita tumeva, tumeva bandhu cha sakha tumeva, tumeva vidyach dvarinam tumeva, tumeva sarvam mama deva deva. O Lord of the Lord, Sri Krishna, you are my father, you are my mother, you are my friend, you are my education, you are my wealth, everything you are for me. Devotees, Krishna is the cause of all causes, is the source of everything. When Brahmaji tested Krishna, he couldn't recognize that this little boy is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when pastime was going on, then Lord Sri Krishna, when he was a young boy, he used to tend the calves in the forest of Vrindavan. And with his cowherd boyfriends, they also come. And their mothers will tie some, food for them. In the forest you can eat this. Now all the friends are sitting and enjoying. Krishna is sitting in the middle with his elder brother Balram. Now, this pastime is going on, and Brahmaji heard that Lord has incarnated. He came and he saw, what he saw? That sometime food eaten by his friend, he is putting in the mouth of Krishna, Krishna is eating. Krishna is putting in their mouth, they are enjoying this very much. Brahmaji became a little perplexed. How this boy can be God? How he can be the Supreme Personality of Godhead? He is eating the remnants of his, friends. He's not. So he became doubtful. So there is mention, Sanshayatma Vinashyati, meaning anyone who develop any doubt, and if it's not clarified, then he doomed, finish. So Brahmaji decided to test Krishna. What he did? He stole all Krishna's calf and cowherd boyfriend and left Krishna alone there. When Krishna is alone there, Krishna thought, if I go back home alone, then the mothers of my friends will ask, where are our sons? You came alone. Cows are waiting for their calves to feed them milk. So all powerful personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, what he did? He expanded himself in all those forms, all the cowherd boys, all the calves. As it is, no change. And Brahma, those stolen calves and Krishna's friends, he made them sleep. For 1 year they were sleeping. After 1 year, Brahmaji thought, let me go and see what's happening. He came there, the same pastime is going on. They are eating Krishna. And Brahmaji thought, how I have stolen them? How they have come here? He ran. He saw there also and he saw here. They cannot be duplicate. So then he appeared before Lord Krishna and got off his Hans Vahan. Brahmaji ride on Hansa. So, my Lord, I am very sorry. I couldn't recognize you. And his tears from his 8 eyes, he has 4 heads. Tears are coming from the eyes of Brahmaji. And he's saying, my Lord, please forgive me. I couldn't understand you. So then he praised Krishna to please him. He said, Ishvaraha Parma Krishna Satchit Ananda Vigraha Anadhir Adhir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. Ishwar means controller. Brahmaji mentioned that I was thinking I am the controller. I have created this planet. But my Lord, I was thinking wrongly. I was thinking I am controller, but you are the supreme controller. Parma, Ishvara, Parma Krishna. You are the supreme controller. And you have no beginning, but you are the beginning of everyone. Anadir Adir Govind. Govind is the name of Krishna. Govinda. 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 Bolo Govinda Bhagavan ki jai. So, you have no beginning, my Lord, but you are the beginning of everyone. And you are the cause of all causes. He utters his prayers, which called Brahma Samhita, to please the Lord. So, devotees, Krishna is the supreme controller, and those who are fortunate, those who come to the shelter of Krishna, those who go here and there very unfortunate, they can't understand this, and nobody claims that I am God, like Christianity. Lord Jesus never said I am God. He said, I am son of God. Prophet Muhammad, he never said that I am Allah. No. He said, Allahu Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Ya ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. I am a prophet, I am messenger. I am not God, I am not Allah, I am not Khuda. I am messenger of God. Nobody claim, our Sikh gurus, 10 gurus, nobody said, we are God. 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, he said, जो मोहे परमेश्वर उचरा है वह नरक कुंड में जाए है हम तो परम पुरख का दासा आया देखन जग तमाशा. Anybody who address me that I am God, he would go to the hell. 10th Guru is saying, see, and I am a servant of the Supreme Param Purkh. Param Purkh means the Supreme Personality, and I have come here to see what's happening in this material world. So nobody has claimed that we are God. Only Krishna has claimed, and he has proved that he is God. And devotees, remember this, only Krishna can give us mukti, liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Nobody else can. So, we should only worship Krishna, but respect everyone. Srila Prabhupada respected Lord Jesus, he respected Muhammad, he respected all the gurus and saintly persons, but he was a pure devotee of Krishna. So we should learn this, that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and my business is to please Krishna, worship Krishna. Only Krishna can take me back home, back to Godhead, nobody else. So, Srila Govindas Maharaj is saying, having obtained this rare human birth, devotees, this body is very rare. There are 8,400,000 different species of life. But this human body is very rare. Why human body is rare? Because we have sense of discrimination. Oh, here is my mother, here is my sister, here is my daughter, here is my wife. They're all 4 women for different relations. Mother, I have to get her blessing. If sister is elder, then I have to take her blessings also. Daughter, I am supposed to protect my daughter. And wife, relations are different with them. In animal kingdom, mother is also wife, daughter is also wife, sister is also wife. This is animal life. But other than, they have the sense of eating, sleeping, mating, defending. In the human form only, we can discriminate. But in animal kingdom, we can't. They are also soul. And animal life is not very good life. They are changing different bodies and sufferings. Then Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj is saying, giving very good piece of advice. He is saying, day and night I remain sleepless. I couldn't sleep day and night. What was the problem? Suffering from heat and cold, wind and rain. We don't like wind, we don't like rain. Now it's raining, nobody likes rain. If it's cold, nobody likes cold. Anybody like cold air? Nobody like. Anybody like heat? No, you like heat? Too much heat is not good, Suppose if it is 55 degree India's standard, you like that? But she said like, no. Heat also, bothers us. So, we are suffering in this material world. So then, Srila Govindas Kaviraj Maharaj is saying, for a bit of flickering happiness. Mind the words, for a bit of flickering happiness, I have vainly served wicked and miserly men. People are, working. They are working, why they get the salary, they get the money. How much a labor get the here per hour?
$16.
16. Before
$8
he,
to $16.
before gone is $8. You know it's double, $16. So we are working. Govindas Maharaj is saying, for a bit of flickering happiness, I have vainly served wicked and miserly men. Those who are not devotee, they are miserly, they are misers. They are called Kripana. And opposite Kripana is a Brahmana. Brahman, what is the business of a Brahman? The business of a Brahman is to understand who I am, from where I came, where I shall go after death, what is God, what is my relationship with God. This is the business of a Brahman. But whereas one who is a Kripana, what he does? Eats, drink and be merry. Any Gujarati chap here? Anybody Gujarati? No Gujarati. In Gujarati it is mentioned, Dham Dhumna Dhadaka. Eat, drink and be merry. So, we get some money and some little flickering happiness. I have vainly served wicked and miserly men. In this material world, those who are not devotee, they are wicked and miserly men. Because their business is only to make money, try to enjoy materially. Actually, devotees, there is no enjoyment in this material world. Looks like enjoyment. Prabhupada gives one example. A deer looking for a water in the desert. Is there water in the desert? No. Water is there at the bank of the river. What a foolish animal, foolish deer looking for a water in the desert. I have seen one man, I think he was in Chicago, long back. He was from Gujarat. And he said, Maharaj, I am going back to India. I said, why? Why you are not staying here? He said, no future for my children here. What my daughter will do? Now she is young, I want to go back. Here, what is the future here? People are busy in eating, sleeping, mating, defending. They are not conscious of God, they are not conscious of Krishna. They think that this life is all and all, eat as much you can, sleep as much you can, mate as much you can, and then defend as much you can. So this is the nature of this material world, and to make money, we serve vainly wicked and miserly men. No. We should serve pure devotees like Srila Prabhupada, who is a Brahman in a true sense. Brahman means he is thinking of the next world. Devotees try to understand, sooner or later we all have to leave this world. One lives one by one, not together. Sometimes it happens also when some, earthquake, so many people in India, there was earthquake in Gujarat. So many people died. Lakhs and lakhs of people. There's one city, Anjar, no house was, all the house fell off. And many people were buried alive in those houses. So, still we leave this material world alone. So, advice of Srila Govindas Maharaj is that we should not be after flickering happiness, but we should be after Krishna. Nandanandan, who will make us fearless. This is the advice of a pure devotee, Srila Govindas. Then he's saying, he's asking his mind, but it's to all of us also, what assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth? In all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members. Why not? My sweet family, my children, why not? He's saying this life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Drop of water is there on the lotus petal will little move, the drop will fall down. This life is like that. At any moment person can leave. It's not that one will leave when he is 100 years old, no. Even children can go, even young men can go. There one happening took place in Chicago. There was one man, he was about 40 years old. And he was working for one lady. She had a factory, some, business, big business. And they were, this man was a manager of the firm, and with his boss, lady boss, they were going to Canada to get some orders. So they were waiting at O'Hare Airport in Chicago. What happened? This young man, 40 years old man, educated man, he had a heart attack and he fell down. Oh, so many people around me, and he felt shy, tried to stand up, again fell down, then he couldn't get up and died there. What is the assurance of this life? At any moment anybody can be finished. This is what Govindas Maharaj is saying, but assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthfulness, sons and family members. No. This life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. There is no assurance of this life. Neither man has assurance nor woman has assurance. In our center in India, our neighbor, one young man, young wife, they have 2 children. And this young lady, she was coming to the temple, very religious-minded lady. But in young age, she left her body, she died. Now he's left alone, children, he has to cook himself now, and big difficulty. So, but Govindas Maharaj is saying, we have to understand, in this material world, there is no happiness. Our wealth, our youthfulness, sons and family members, they cannot give us any happiness, because the life is tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Lord Hari. Hari is also one of incarnation of Krishna, who takes away the miseries. Hari. Then he is saying, it is the desire of great longing. It is the desire and great longing of Govindas. What devotee desires? We have so many material desires. I want this big home. I want big limousine. I should have a big car. I should have a big bank balance. This is our desire. But Govindas Maharaj, what he desires, he is saying, to engage himself in the 9 processes of bhakti. Bhakti means devotion. Namely, hearing the glories of Lord Hari and chanting those glories. This we should all be doing, constantly remembering him and offering prayers to him, serving the Lord's lotus feet. Lord has appeared in the deity form. We can serve him. He will accept the service. Deity is a Archa Vigraha avatar, is non-different from Krishna. Krishna is absolute. He can appear in the deity form also. Why not? He is absolute. He is everywhere and he is in the deity also. And he accepts the service, and by accepting the service, what happened? When purification takes place, deities talk to the devotees. There is one happening in Odisha. Anybody Odisha from here? Odisha, there is one temple called Sakshi Gopal. What is this temple, Sakshi Gopal? One elderly person and one young man. They were both traveling by road to Vrindavan. In this Kali Yuga, traveling, and both met each other on the way. Young man was coming from a poor family, and he was on the way taking nice care of this elderly man. He thought, it's my duty. We are both going to Vrindavan, so he was taking care of this elderly man. When they came to the temple of Gopal, Krishna, in Vrindavan, so both paid obeisances, and this elderly man, he was a rich man of Odisha. And before the deity, he said, my lord, this boy took very nice care of me. I am very pleased with him. My lord, I want to marry my daughter with this boy. So this boy said, my dear sir, I am not interested in marriage. And you are promising before the Lord. And suppose when you go back, your wife won't agree, your son won't agree, then what you will do? No, I want to marry my daughter, I will marry you. Doesn't matter, you are poor, we will make you rich. He didn't listen to him. When they came back, he came back from Vrindavan to Odisha, in their place, and he disclosed this idea. I decided to marry my daughter to this young man who took very nice care of me. The wife said, we are so rich and you are marrying my daughter to a poor man? Why you didn't took my permission? I won't let you do this. If you do, I will commit suicide. Son also said, Father, how you decided without consulting us to marry my sister to a poor man? So you know what old man can do? No. So he was helpless. He was helpless, and but this young man, he was a devotee, and he said he has promised before the Lord. Now he is not able to fulfill his promise. It's not good. He came to their house and knocked the door. This elderly person's son came. Yes. He said, this is the house of such and such. He said, yes. Your father has promised before the deities of Gopal to marry his daughter. No, what's happening now? He said, you are the one who traveled with my father to Vrindavan, and you gave him some dhutura. Dhutura means something bad, not good thing. And you took this promise from him that he will marry my sister. Who are you? Go away from here. He said, I was not interested, but your father said, no, I want my daughter to marry you. So, but he promised this before the deity of Gopal. So this young man, son of this elderly person, he said, okay, if Gopal comes here, give the witness, then I will marry my sister to you. So he came back to Vrindavan. He was a devotee, pure devotee. And before the deities of Gopal, he went, my lord, this elderly man promised me to marry his daughter. Now his family members are not agreeing and he is not fulfilling his promise. So you come with me to give the witness. Then sound came. How a deity can walk? He said, if a deity can talk, deity can walk also. Then Krishna said, all right, I will come with you, but you don't look back. He said, then how I will know you are coming with me? He said, see in my, ankle bells, you will hear their sound. Okay. If you will look back, then I won't go further. So they reached up to Odisha. The temple is still there. I had the darshan. And when they came close to their house, and the sound of ankle bells stopped. He was a very, they look at that, very 5 feet tall deity of Krishna standing there. He ran to the town, please come, Krishna has come to give the witness. Then people came and then no, there's a temple, that temple in Odisha. What is the name of that place? Anybody knows? Sakshi Kapal, is what the name of that place? No. Eh? No, but there's the name of that place also. Eh? No, Ramana is different. So, then people, amazing, DT has come here. So Krishna, this is his avatar, incarnation, Gaur Nitai, Radha Krishna. There are Krishna, Radha Krishna, Krishna Balram. Krishna Balram. Gaur Nitai and Krishna Balram, they will talk to you. Many such experiences are there. When I was in Africa, and it was Janmashtami day. So, by the mercy of Guru Maharaj, I was collecting funds for the temple, and I said, I want to do the Aarti on Janmashtami, evening Aarti. So, I made the offering. We put the juice, it's called Muchunga, local language, just like you can say the tangerine, juice of tangerine, orange, like glass was filled. So after Aarti, after offering, I brought the plate, kept outside. Then after Aarti, I went to get other plate to transfer. What I found, juice was filled up to here, now juice was here. So I was amazed, So Krishna is very kind, this is his mercy. He has appeared in the deity's form. This deity worship is there in India for millions of years. Long back it's coming, During the time of Ram temple was there, and Muslims have destroyed. A new Prime Minister of India has constructed again the temple there. They found in excavation, signs of temple was there. Muslim broke the temple and make the mosque there. So, we have to worship Krishna with love and devotion. I mentioned other day, yesterday, with that devotion, our emotion will arouse. People lack of devotion is there. When there is people don't worship, no devotion, especially we Indians are going away from Krishna now. When there is no devotion, no emotion, no bhava. It's called in Hindi bhava. And then no emotion, then only commotion. Problem. And then there will be no promotion to the spiritual world. Go to the spiritual world, we need devotion and emotion. And one should remember this notion. No devotion, no emotion, only commotion, no promotion. And one should remember this notion. Devotees, bhava is there in our hearts, all of us heart, but it's now covered with our lusty desire. I want to enjoy my senses, eat or drink and be merry. We have to, Prabhupada said, we have to eat to live, not live to eat. In this Western world I have seen people, they live to eat, Eat to live, not live to eat. And eat, they are very fatty and they want to enjoy their senses. Shameless, no shame. And what is the end? End of life is horrible. I was in Canada maybe 10-20 years back. So one of our devotee, she was a nurse in the hospital, in Vancouver one hospital. So this kind of topic was going on and she mentioned, Maharaj, I have seen the real Canada. I said, what do you mean by seeing real Canada? Because nurses, they take care of the patients. When people dies, they scream and yell. And what happens? They pass stool and urine. They're so fearful of death. And that, the superintendent of death, his dutas called Yamdutas. One happening in US, somewhere. I don't remember the name of place. One devotee was distributing the books, and he was distributing 6th canto of Bhagavatam. So he stopped one man, he said, so what is this book about? This book is about Krishna, it's a Bhagavat. Turn back. Backside is a photo of Yamdutas are taking, Ajamils. Oh, who are these people? He shouted. So why you are so excited? I have seen these people. Oh my God. Where you have seen? I was in the hospital and these people came. I was horrified. And then they went back. Sometimes this kind of happenings takes place to guide we foolish people, those who say we don't believe in these things. Or when that will come and Yamdutas will come, what to speak of your belief, your father will also believe. Everybody will believe in. So people have become so ignorant, they're so foolish, they don't want to follow the scripture, they don't want to follow the Shastra. So Srila Govindas Maharaj's desire, it is the desire and great longing of Srila Govindas to engage himself in the 9 processes of bhakti. Namely, hearing the glories of the Lord, Hari, and chanting those glories, constantly remembering him all the time. We should remember Lord constantly. There is one saying in Hindi, one doha, Shwas Shwas me Hari Bhajo, Vyarth Shwas Mat Khoy, ना जाने इस श्वास का आवन हो ये न हो. In every breath, chant the name of Hari. Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare, Hare Ram, Hare. In every breath. Why? I don't know whether next breath is going to come or not. There's one, in one song, Rasana, वो कहाँ है भाई भजन वो, हरि भजले मेरी प्यारी रसना, फिर अंत समय में हिली ना हिली. In the end of our life, my dear tongue, rasana means tongue, you chant the name of Hari, but you don't know when the end of life will come, you may be move or not, may be able to move or not, you won't be able to move. हरि नाम जप ले मेरी प्यारी रसना, फिर अंत समय में हिली ना हिली. You see, people, when they die, they can't speak. Tongue stops functioning. It happens. Tongue stopped functioning. So then there was one elderly man. Time has finished, I can tell you. Quick, what are you doing? कह ले हरि नाम अरी रसना, फिर अंत समय में हिली न हिली. कली काल कुठार लिए फिरता, तन नम्र से चोट झिली न झिली. मलयाचल की शुचि शीतल मंद, सुगंध समीर मिली न मिली. क्षण भांगुर जीवन की कलिका, कल प्रात को जान खिली न खिली. Devotees, this body is compared with the bud, small, not flower. We don't know tomorrow this bud will open or not, Kal prat ko jaan khili na khili. We don't know when the death will come and take us away. There was one man, he was on the deathbed and he is dying now, but he is saying something like this. Family members are thinking, during lifetime our father was, very miser. Now he is dying. He is saying that I put some wealth in the earth, He is showing that. They speculated. So they went to the, Ayurvedic doctor used to be very, very powerful doctor. Our, government, those who ruled India for 60 years, they neglected the Ayurveda. Ayurveda, so powerful medicines. They went to one Ayurvedic doctor. He said, doctor, our father is dying, he can't stay, he's saying something. And he can't speak. Can you make him speak? So he tell us what he's saying. And he said, I will do that, but I will charge 300 rupees. 300 rupees those days means very big wealth. So he said, okay, we will give it. No, first give, then I will make him speak. He came, he gave the medicine, he started speaking. Father, what you were saying? What I was saying? There was a, what you call broom, and that what do you call this black भैंस को क्या बोलते हैं? Buffalo. Little buffalo was eating that broom. And you didn't take it. You put there. So whole life he was busy in these kind of things. In the end of life he's thinking of broom, not of Krishna, So we have to make ourselves used to, so that we can think of Krishna at the time of death. Thank you very much for listening, and all glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
So we can have few questions and then we'll end up with Kirtan Maharaj.
Okay. Any question anybody has? You have any question in the internet? Huh? You have a question? Listen, he has no question. Don't force him into. Oh, he has a question. Give to him. Hare Krishna.
Can you just tell me, how did you meet Srila Prabhupada?
Oh, it's a very long story,
We have time,
Huh?
We have time.
What do you say?
Yes, Maharaj, yes.
Chief organizer.
We have some time for that.
Actually, I met Srila Prabhupada. This was a divine arrangement. How? From my young age, I was interested in spiritual life. When I came to my senses, I remember when I was 3 years old. I remember that, some happening of that time. When I became 5, 6 years, I used to ask my parents, I want to become a sadhu, saint. They say, you are too young now. They just trick me. Anyway, at the age of 17, at the age of 9, I happened to see a movie of Dhruv Maharaj. So there Dhruv Maharaj attained the Supreme Lord Hari at the age of 5. Then I thought, this is, Dhruv Maharaj attained Lord Hari, Lord Vishnu at the age of 5. I am 9 years old, 4 years I'm late. So I went to the forest, There I happened to meet one saint. He said, you are too young, go back. Then he discouraged me, then I came back. Then at the age of 17, I came to Vrindavan. And then again my parents came, they took me back. Then they wanted to get me married. I said, I don't want to get married. No, you have to get married. Let me ask you one question. Do I look happy or unhappy? Happy? You know why I'm happy? You know that?
Less problem.
Huh?
Less problem.
No
problem.
You know why I'm happy?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I was never married. Married life means problem, full of problems. So Krishna, my Gurudev, and Lord Krishna, Radharani, Gaurnitai protected me. So when they were forcing me to get married, and it's a long story, I'm cutting just short. I left my home, so I don't want to come back now. Then I came to another town, and then came to Delhi. I went to this Arvind ashram, but I didn't like there. I went to Pondicherry also. I was not impressed. Then one man was staying there, he said, oh, where you have come here, oh, we don't like here, I am also leaving this place. So then When I was at my home, I happened to meet one professor. He was from US, Seattle. Professor Frederick Adrian Sigler. He was the professor in the University of Seattle, Washington. And this professor came to my home, stayed there. And when I was in Delhi roaming around, I happened to meet him. He was there. He said, he was very nice with me. And he said, I want you to come to US. I will sponsor you. What you do, you import the khadi cloth from India to US. He liked the cotton cloth very much. I said, okay. So I was in Khadi Kramad Yog in Connaught Place. I went to the shop there to inquire how to import the khadi goods to US. So manager was showing me around. His office was on first floor. So he brought me down and showing. So when down they had a counter of selling the cloth. On the counter there were two devotees. They were shaven heads, long shikha. I was wondering, so this is a white person, he has a shikha, and we Indians are shy of keeping shikha. So I was attracted to this two person. His name was Patit Udharan. He was from San Francisco. And other was Bhakta Kirik. He was new devotee. So I gave up that khadi business, started following this devotee. And then ended up in a temple. Those days temple in Delhi was in Ananda Niketan. And I was there. I came to the temple, and a devotee to whom I met in the khadi shop, Patit Udharan, he was talking to me, and he said, now where you are going to stay? When I saw the deities in the temple, and my inner consciousness said, this is the place where you are going to spend the rest of your life. So what happened? And then it's evening time. I was putting up one of my cousin there. He was working in the Times of India press. He had a little house. I was staying with them. So I told Patit Udharan that the place where I'm staying is very far from here. I don't have taxi fare, and bus service is stopped now. It's evening time. Indirectly, I was saying that I want to stay here. But then Patit Udharan said, okay, let me go and ask the president. And president was the Tejas Das. Anybody knows Tejas? No. He was the first president of Delhi. So he went to him and then didn't come back. While this conversation was going on, by divine arrangement, one elderly lady came there. She was brought by her little maid, Christian maid servant, to see the deities. So while she was going to see the deities, first time she came, and she saw our conversation with the devotee. After seeing the deities, by divine arrangement, this elderly lady, she also became interested. She said, he has come back. He went to ask president whether I can stay there or not. I said no. So I was waiting. And this lady's husband was in the army, Indian army. He was a colonel in the army. And our relative was also one of the general in the army, big post. So she knew, so I mentioned the name. Oh, you know that general? Yes, my husband is in the army. And she knew this general. So then this Patit Udharan came, he said that, sorry, president is saying, we can't let you stay there. So this mother said, where you are going to go now? I cannot take you to my home. Naturally, spontaneously, with a divine arrangement. My husband is, he drinks wine and eats meat. But she was vegetarian. And I cannot keep you at my house, but next to my house is a house of one NRI, non-resident Indian. So a big house, nobody is there, only caretaker is there. So I know him, I will make your arrangement to stay there. So she called this person, elderly man. He said, here is the boy, can you keep him? Yes, there's so many places there. He can stay there. I asked him, what time you get up? I said, I get up 3 o'clock. I said, wake me up also. So he woke me up 3 o'clock. I had a shower. And that time I had nothing with me, But Krishna took care of everything. This woman also gave me some different things, And then I came to the temple, ran the Mangalarti, daily temple. For 9-10 days I did like this, and after 10 days or so, this temple president, Tejas Das, he said, the boy looks like sincere boy, He said, no, you can move to the temple. This way I came to the temple, and a few days later Prabhupada came there. Prabhupada came there, so I asked the president, I'd like to see Swamiji. Who are you to see Swamiji? Even a Prime Minister of India cannot meet him. So I was horrified. So then I hide myself in a corner, And when nobody was there, I ran to Prabhupada's room. I paid my pranam. I said, Swamiji, I want to come to your shelter. I want to be a devotee. He talked to me in Hindi. I spoke Hindi that time. He said, अच्छी बात है, पर अभी हम बहुत थके हुए हैं. Prabhupada came from some traveling, तुम मुझे फिर मिलना. So then Prabhupada left for Vrindavan from Delhi. So these two devotees wanted to go to, they came to know that Prabhupada is going to go to Bombay. So they said that we also want to go to Bombay. I said, please book my ticket also, take me also. So we actually from Delhi to Mathura, when we came without ticket. Without ticket. You know this? You are saying, yeah. The way you are saying, yeah. So we came.
Because we wear the saffron cloth and everything. With the saffron cloth, I have seen a lot of, because I work in Bihar. Bihar, UP and all. So the people with the saffron cloth, they travel, come in the train.
Yeah. I thought you may be knowing everything. You just wanted to confirm whether it's true or not. So when we reached Mathura, the TT came, he showed the ticket. And one devotee with me he was from England. His name was Chanar Vrindam. Another devotee was new devotee from US. So he said, ticket, show the ticket. So this Chanar Vrindam, he has a kurta on, but his pocket was, torn from here. He put his hand doing like showing by accident my pocket is cut up, But TT became very angry. I said, don't abuse, they are devotees, why you are abusing? Why, what are you doing this? Then he let us down there. Then we went to Mathura, got down. We came free from Delhi to Mathura. Then we say, see, Krishna wanted us to have his darshan. We had darshana Prabhupada. Then we came to the temple. I had long hair, not long like hippie, but long hair. Like who's there? Maybe a little longer than him. So then that devotee, Patitu Dharan, he was there in Vrindavan, and different devotees were shaving their heads. He said, you should also shave your head. I said, okay. I shaved my head in Vrindavan. Then they bought the ticket, they bought my ticket also, we came to Bombay. Prabhupada has gone to Bombay. We came to Bombay and this devotee, Patitu Dharan, to whom I met in the Khadi shop, he was there in Bombay also. He introduced me. He said, Prabhupada is a nice Brahman boy. So Prabhupada said, yes, sir. So I said, Swamiji, I know how to massage the legs. Can I come tonight to massage you? Yes, you can come. And I was giving him massage. Prabhupada's secretary was Satsrup Das. So we were talking. He sat at the door and said, shh. He said, I am disturbing Prabhupada. He was sitting there. Then he found Prabhupada talking to me back and forth. We were talking. Then he got up and left. In the conversation, I passed certain comments. Prabhupada said, you are very intelligent. I said, this is your mercy, Swamiji. And I mentioned to Prabhupada, I said, I have my horoscope done. In my horoscope, it is mentioned that I am very fortunate. You know what Prabhupada said? That's why you have come to me? So he said, what's your name? I said, my name is Yogendra Kumar Sharma. So from today onward, you are now Yogendra Das. He initiated me by massaging. So then initiation ceremony was there, fire sacrifice. I sat in the fire sacrifice 2-3 days later. So when name giving ceremony came, I came to Prabhupada. I had beads, my own beads which I took from my home with me. Tulsi beads. They were given to me by one saint. So my name giving ceremony came. Prabhupada said, his name is already given. Oh, when did he get his name? They're looking here and there. And then same day I got the Brahmana initiation also, 74. And then in 1975, Prabhupada gave me the sannyas. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Shri Krishna Balaram ki Nitai Gaur Premanande. Thank you very much. No other question, comments? Welcome, welcome. Any Mataji has any question? No.
We can have some kirtan, Maharaj.
Okay, all right. We will have some kirtan. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribol, Haribol, Haribol. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Louder, louder, everyone. Very good, Mardang. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Haribo, Haribo. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Louder. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Bol. Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Gaur Hare. Jaya Sachinandan Gaur Hare, Patita Pavana Gaur Hare. Gaura Gaura Gaur Hare, Nitai Gauranga Gaur Hare. Hare Bol. Nitai Gaur Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gaur Hari. Very good. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya. Hare Bol. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Two time Hari Hari Bol. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Nitai Gaur Premanande. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Hari Bol. Very good. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमेश्वरी विराजकचारी स्त्रोत्र सचरी श्रीमदा भक्ति वेदांत गोस्वामी महाराज श्रील प्रभुपाद की श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे. All glories to Sambal devotees, all glories to Sambal devotees, all glories to Shri Guru and Gaurang, all glories to Divine Guru Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. His Holiness Nava Swami Maharaj ki. We are really going to say very loudly because this is the last program. So we will just call really louder. His Holiness Nava Swami Maharaj ki. Little louder. His Holiness Nava Swami Maharaj ki. Bhakta-vrind ki. The Savior of the whole world, His Divine Prabhupada ki. Dear devotees, we are very, very fortunate, Maharaj ji. Thank you for coming. Although it was a very short visit, just for 2 days Maharaj was here. We had awesome association. Last 2 days really fired up. This morning we had Bhagavatam class in the temple. That was fired up. So thank you so much, Maharaji. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And this is a humble request on behalf of our entire congregation. And if you all agree, you will say Haribol. This is our humble request on behalf of our entire congregation, Maharaji. Next time when you come for 1 week. But I would like to promise that you will come for 1 week.
I was thinking to come for 2 weeks.
Maharaj, you can see all of the next generation's devotees. They are so happy to have your association, Maharaj. So please come for at least 2 weeks. You said 2 weeks, Maharaj. I was just requesting 1 week, but you said 2 weeks, Maharaj. I was just talking about 1 week, but you said you will come for 2 weeks, Maharaj. So next time,
after 1 week, you won't kick me out?
Maharaj, never. I will be happy to have your association. Every evening we can have kirtans and programs and everything. So we are so happy. Where is Prabhu? Prabhu, make a note. Maharaj will remember, I know, but next time Maharaj will be here for 2 weeks. Thank you so much, Maharaj, once again. Tomorrow morning we are going to have the Bhagavatam class and we will send the YouTube link. So devotees who wants to watch, they can watch online. And if you want to come and be part of the program, you can show up at Padam Prabhu's house. But we are just going to have our YouTube link sent out to everybody. And then in the evening, Maharaj has flight. Maharaj is leaving back. So sad. Maharaj, really, we just started up. And we are gearing up to have more of your association, but unfortunately, it's very short visit. Before I adjourn, Prabhu, you have anything that you would like to share? Just last 2 words before I can just wrap it up. 2 words?
Hare Krishna.
He's also very
Following Maharaj footsteps. So I just want to also today. So once again, thank you all for coming, especially. Very encouraging to see all of us are coming and welcoming Maharaj here. And thank you. And I'm not going to repeat because Maharaj, we already communicated to Maharaj to make his visit often. Whenever he comes to US to St. Louis also. But also today is a very special day and wonderful devotee appearance day. That is Madhukriya Prabhu.
Happy birthday to Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So it's really so wonderful to see, under the guidance of Maharaj, these wonderful devotees are here, dedicated, doing wonderful service for Maharaj. So thank you for all the team members who came here also. And please let us know in which way we can do much better. There's always area to improvement to your next visit. Thank you. Again, please, everyone, take prasadam. And see you all again someday. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you, Hare Krishna. So, dear devotees, we have here pen drive for all the Hindi classes, and also we have few left for English classes. So, if you would like to, it's all bhajans, right? So, many of you might know Maharaj is very famous for chanting all the Vaishnava songs. So, if you would like to get one of these, please make sure you get it. $15 is just a donation, and whatever you give is going to basically use for Maharaj preaching program. So please, if you haven't got one, make sure that you get one of these. I'm going to just keep all of these here. Okay, Prabhu? And then devotees can get as they need. Once again, before we adjourn, we are going to call out Maharaj's name really louder, and then we will have the Vaishnava pranams. And before you leave, please make sure that you get the prasadam, and then we'll leave.
So just hold on, there's going to be a transcendental cake cutting program for Madhukriya Prabhu in the presence of Maharaj. So is the cake ready? So before Prabhu, you don't know Prabhu has a special ending. So
I just want to say that little bit good word about Prabhu, that Prabhu was here last time too. And I watched Maharaj's program also, and Prabhu mostly stays around Maharaj's. And Maharaj is, basically, many times when he's talking, he will be saying, give me this, give me that, from all over the place. And Prabhu exactly knows where the information is. Right away, he will put his hand, pull it out. Even, just blindfolded, he will put his hand in the big bag, and he will pick up the right book. And then he will open the right page and right away give it to Maharaj. So today is appearance day. I really want to appreciate his service that he does to our society. and also to promote Maharaj's preaching program as well. So with that, we'll basically give a good applause to Prabhuji. Thank you.
Maharaj was saying about Madhurpriya Prabhu. By profession, he's a doctor, by the way.
Qualified doctor.
He's qualified doctor, right? Thank you so much, Prabhuji. So I'm going to cut cake here or up there?
The cake is right there.
Okay, so you can cut here, Prabhu. We can do like this. It's Dr. Maharaj, you can.
Yeah, no problem, no problem.
If
If
anyone like to do some contribution or donation to Maharaj, you can give to Prabhu, Madhurpriya Prabhu or Padmadesha Prabhu.
Oh, it's very nice cake. Who has made this cake?
Mataji.
You made?
Yes.
Look. It's a rasmalai, yeah?
Rasmalai.
Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Madhurpriya Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna to you.
Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you. Never take
So, this whole cake, Madhurpriya is going to eat. Yes? Somebody should feed him.
Yes, Prabhuji, can you do that?
I like it.
Which he has cut.
Hare Krishna. Hare
Krishna.
Many happy returns of the day, Prabhu. And thank you so much. And please, please come here again, okay? And hope we can do more of your Vyas Puja celebration right here in this Lord temple. So please keep on coming. So with that, we'll just chant few names, and then after that we adjourn, okay? The Savior of the whole world, His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada ki Jai! His Holiness, Yogendra Swami Maharaj ki Jai! His Holiness, Yogendra Swami Maharaj ki Jai! Bhakta Vrind ki Jai! Sankush Yatra ki Jai! Sankush Yatra ki Jai! Vanch Kalpa Taru Bhyasa Kripa Sindhu Vyaya Vasa Sitaram Pavani Vyasa Jodhana Jai Sundar Bhagwan ki Jai Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharaj ki Jai Jai Gaur Nitai Bhagwan ki Jai Nitai Gaur Premanandi Hari Hari Thank you. Hare Krishna. Please make sure that you get prasadam before you leave. Dandavad.
All the kids come front. Take a picture.
Yes, I forget to mention that we are going to have the photo session. So all the devotees, Mataji is one side, Prabhuji this side, and then we'll have the